and stuff. And it's like, yo, boom, I made this. Check it out. Try it. Do you like it? Cool. Boom. And honestly, I really do enjoy making those. Like, I really have a good time making those. But I also have a good time talking horror with you, my friend James. Tonight we are talking Resident Evil Apocalypse and Underworld Evolution, the sequels to both of these films. And I'll say this before we talk about the movies, because I know we're gonna do our random shit and all that stuff and go back and forth and bounce around like we always do. I'll say this. So far, just from watching the first ones of both and the second ones of both, they are getting better for both.
They are getting better.
And again, this is my second time watching the Underworld films. My first time watching the Resident Evil films, but they definitely are getting better. Like with part 2 of both of these, and the only reason why I'm saying that, one is because of how hesitant I was for years to watch Resident Evil. I mean, the first Resident Evil came out in what 2002. So it's been
2002.
23 years. I've avoided that. I've avoided that move from the first one. Let's just go from that.
Yep.
And Underworld, I saw one time, like the whole franchise with the wife a few years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. It feels like it was forever ago. But so it's the second time watch for these, but it's been a while to where like I know I watch them. When I'm watching the films, I do pick up on things here and there from what I remember.
Yep.
But it's not like, of course, it's nowhere near like a Friday the 13th for me, because that franchise I've been watching since I was 5 years old probably. And like, I mean, I've seen it so many times to where you know there's just certain movies you can just throw on, you know exactly what part like no matter what part you started at, you know exactly what part it's at, you know exactly what's about to happen next. You may not remember the words, what's going to happen next, but you could also, but at the same time, you could damn near talk throughout the whole film. You know what I mean? Like talk with the whole film or whatever. You know what I mean? You may not be able to like say like, oh shit, he's about to say this next, but you know, like this is what he's saying right now. Boom, 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 boom. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm a little high, but you guys know what I'm saying. But James, how the fuck are you doing on this
doing good, man.
Thursday night? Good. Happy to hear
that. As you know, I took the whole week off.
Yes, sir.
Of work, so I've been just enjoying shit doing with my wife. But today was all day because we both had multiple appointments. That was all fucking since 10 a.m. Got home around 4:30. So it was like one of those whole bunch of doctor's appointment days. But it was still good.
That's good.
I could drink caffeine again, so I went to Dunkin' and got, because they have pistachio back. I was like, oh shit, got pistachio coffee.
Thank God. You know what? I'm going to say this really quick. I'm glad, like, I love October. But just because of what you just said, I'm glad it's not pumpkin spice season, because I know.
I prefer pistachio season.
Oh, okay. I respect that. But I know your punk ass went and got a pumpkin spice coffee as soon as you got that news.
Every time.
You're a basic bitch, James.
I am. Basic white bitch.
You have Crocs, which I do have a pair of Crocs.
Yep, I talked you into it, though. I talked you into them.
They're ugly, but they're comfortable. No, you know what happened? You know what really happened is, so I call him my nephew because his dad is like a brother to me. What's good? Wilkes Movies and Music.
Thanks for joining.
I want Wilkie, I want you on here, man. I would love to have you on here to review some movies with us. If you would like to be on here next Thursday, we're reviewing Resident Evil Part 3 and Underworld Part 3 if you'd like to join us. But I'd love to have you on here because we had a great time, and I still want to do that watch party with you guys for the Helen Keller movie and talk about it.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, it'd be a great time. Let's make it work. Let's make it happen.
So absurd. It's insane.
Chad, was good, bro? Was good. Yo, go check out Video Store Clerks and go check out I'm gonna pull it up on the screen, but go check out Wilkie's Movies and Music. I'm gonna pull these guys up on the screen real quick. Oop. Yeah, go check him out. Go check out his channel over on YouTube. Great channel, awesome guy.
Did any of you ever watch these movies?
Like, yeah, did you guys see
two and what's it called?
Underworld Evolution,
Afterlife, Resident Evil Afterlife, and is it Afterlife? No,
it's Resident Evil. I'll pull up the
Apocalypse. It's Apocalypse.
Apocalypse and Underworld Evolution.
Yep.
What's good, broski? Broski, what's good? What's good? What's good? We're chilling. We're chilling. We're talking some Resident Evil, which I'll pull up the things in a minute. But we're talking some Resident Evil and some Underworld. Definitely, Wilkie. Definitely. ASAP, man. ASAP. Just let me know. Just let me know. And we have another channel with 2 other great gentlemen. Our brother, hopefully our Puerto Rican brother will be back at some point, and hopefully our boy in Cali will be back at some point. But Popcorn and Pints would love to have you on for that.
Awesome.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you for checking out the shows.
Sweet. Appreciate you checking out the show. Yeah. But yeah, check out Popcorn and Pints. We're actually going through the Bond movies over there. We're going to be discussing. I forgot which ones. But we're going to be discussing a few fun ones over there. Yo, Radar, what's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate you popping in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what Bond movies we're talking about this Saturday. But we're in the Roger Moore era. I know that for a fact. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna look it up for you. I'm gonna look it up for you guys and let you guys know.
We just did For Your Eyes Only and Moonraker.
Yes. So whatever the next 2 are for that, which is, I got you guys right now. It is Octopussy. Yes. Of course, I remember some shit.
The Bond girls' names are wild, man.
It's Octopussy and A View to a Kill. So,
Underworld is definitely the better franchise, 100%.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Agreed.
You get vampires and werewolves combo.
Yeah. Agreed. And this is just from me watching them 1v1, 2v2.
So the Resident Evils, I think this is better than the first one, but they start getting cheesy the more they go.
I feel like it starts out cheesy.
Yeah, she's getting psychic powers now.
It continues to be cheesy, but
it's not horrible.
I've only watched the first 2. It gets better.
Yeah. I'm not saying it gets better where I love Resident. Resident Evil's good. I'll watch it again. No, I'm gonna watch this and it's done. I'm done with them.
Moonraker was your first Bond film. Nice.
Oh wow, mine was actually Octopussy.
Honestly, I don't know what mine was like officially because I don't know if I've ever seen a Bond movie or not. Besides us doing the podcast, so if it's us doing the podcast, it's whatever the very first Bond movie is. But I feel like I may have seen maybe one, or at least bits and pieces.
Was it Craig or Bronson?
Craig.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, not Roger Craig. Sorry. No, the original.
Daniel.
The original. Sean Connery.
Okay.
I'm saying, like,
Christine, he started with the newer ones.
I don't remember if I've seen any of them or not. Is what I'm saying, because I may have seen. Excuse me. I may have seen bits and pieces of one. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But I will say,
yes, it is, Chad. He's the cab driver with the 2 golden guns. He goes, "I got my own."
My custom guns.
I'm custom. They're custom guns.
Custom. Yeah. Which Mike Epps was funny in this, and it worked.
That's another thing. They started putting they're trying to put they're forcing comedy into it too. So I understand there's like a joke here and there, but his whole character is like what he is in every scene. It's not like the funniest things he says, but it is still comedy added to the movie.
It gives you a laugh, but it's not like it's not like one of those it's not one of those memorable things that's hilarious in a movie to where you're going to discuss it or talk about it later. Like you know what I mean? Like a joke in a movie, like those type of events to where it's like, yo, blah, blah. Like, for example, if we go to The Package where the dude cut his dick off. I know that's what the movie was about. The premise was about pretty much, but it was funny. It was hilarious. None of his jokes were that. They were funny for the moment, but they weren't like to where you can like pull it. Or like even the jokes throughout the movies between that and the other movie with the kids, with the other kids that were funny as hell.
Yeah, but he's a good character in this.
Yeah, and I agree. He does make the film tolerable. Honestly, I didn't hate this one. I early rating, I gave this a 5 for Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Okay. I think it's a little better. What did I give the other one? What did I give that one a 5? I'm giving this one
Because I gave the first one a 4.5.
I don't know if it deserves it. 5.5.
Okay, James went with a half a point. Go ahead.
Yeah, because
Go
I'm
ahead,
not a.
James.
I
It's your
mean,
first half
it's
of the
getting
year.
better, but I'm not a big fan because I got a feeling it's going to plummet. The graphics and the technology is going to get better when it goes on, but
Mhm.
it starts getting. I hate when they like. It's kind of okay. So it's kind of like Dragon Ball Z. Goku. How strong can you get? It's like every movie she has a different power. She gets a power up, like psychic abilities now. Like she made that dude bleed from the camera.
Yeah.
All that shit. Yeah, Milla versus K, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Which you know what I'm gonna talk about really quick? I wish Jill Valentine in this movie was more badass.
Yeah, because I think she was in the game, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in the original. I mean, I don't know what one she was. I know she was in
I
the
think that
what the
other
first
cop
two,
guy was too. I
three,
think they're the two main characters in the second video game.
but like
I think.
Jill is more badass than like I feel like they made her more sexy than badass, which they
Mhm.
could have done both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I
They just tried to make
understand
her
that
like
she's still human though. Like how badass can you be? Like she could do a little bit
no,
more
no, no,
fight
no,
scenes.
no, don't get me wrong. She was still human. She was still human. Don't get me wrong. Yes, but she could have been a lot more badass than what she was, and a little more like alert than what she was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just more on point.
I think they could if they made Resident Evil an actual horror movie, like went dark, I think it would be better.
I agree. And what Radar said, the movies would have been great if it was its own movie because clearly they didn't care about the lore from the
They
games.
never do. It's rare. It's like you get it like maybe count on your one hand movies that were video games and they actually take the real shit from it.
Yeah, and that's The Last of Us.
Yeah,
So you're right.
that's
One
a
hand,
TV show, and
one fucking finger.
that's a TV
One
show,
hand,
not a movie.
one hand, one finger. And I mean, I'll say this though, like Sonic was a good I enjoyed the Sonic movies. I gotta watch the third one. And I enjoyed the Mario movie, the newer Mario movie. But I also take those different because the stories were just like they were just like side scrolling games. There wasn't really like a story to those games. So
Yeah.
they kind of do what they did with the movies, which I think they did an excellent job with
Like the
those.
first Mortal Kombat wasn't like great, but
No, but it was entertaining.
it was entertaining, but it stuck to some of the video game. Like they had the
Listen,
tournament.
I'm gonna say this, James. As fucking terrible as Annihilation was, it was entertaining.
It was. And I liked the characters. I liked they did what was it, Montoro? Was the fucking bull
Yeah,
dude?
Montaro. Yeah.
They had fucking the girl with the hair.
Now, Street Fighter, my favorite fighting game of all time is
Oh,
Super Street Fighter,
fuck
but that
that.
movie is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Fuck that movie. Yo, Street Fighter, the movie video game is better than the fucking movie.
true.
And you know what's sad is it's the characters from the movie, like it's the look from the movie. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah,
We're
but
here to
Resident
talk
Evil.
about this movie here, these two movies here, Resident Evil
So
2.
at the end of the first one, she gets captured,
Mhm.
and the one guy that was mutating, instead of because she's the perfect host to evolve into a super soldier,
Mhm.
they fucking heal her. She breaks out again.
Yeah.
Fucking umbrella. But now they made her even stronger. It's like Dragon Ball Z Goku. She's like powering up. Um, fucking. So she finds out it's like 3 weeks later. The city is swarmed with zombies now. So they're barricading the city in. Umbrella and the army starts shooting the citizens if they don't back off the gate. And
Can we talk about that? It's
that could
it's
be real
it's so
shit one day, man. That's
yo,
legit.
it's so fucking realistic, especially what's going on now, which I'm not gonna get too political 'cause that's not how Sturdy rolls. It's just not my, that's not why we're here. Not in horror, we're Sturdy. But like how once the virus was just like, yo, listen, it's gonna spread. Yo, lock it down. Fuck everybody else. Lock it the fuck down. But it was like inside and outside the walls anyway. They
Yeah.
just didn't know it, obviously. But I'm just like, it's realistic in the sense of like, because I think of it in a sense of like, as fucked up as it is, like, say if you have like everybody you care about, all your friends, your family, you know what I mean? Let's include the crew, you know what I mean? And it's like you have all those people that are on the inside of the wall, right? and then you're letting people in, scanning, letting people in. Then it's just like, yo, listen, there's a breach, or there's just like, listen, fucking, yo, behind these 500 people, or in between these, in the mix of these 500 people, there's also some zombies. What do we do? You know what I mean? Then it's like,
they have no. It's basically they make it like they don't have a choice, especially when you're in a panic.
yeah, but yo, what was wild was they were like, yo, if you guys don't turn the fuck around, we're gonna shoot.
Open live ammo. Yep, they switched the
And
gun
they
to
did.
live ammo. They did,
And they fucking did. They're like 5 seconds.
So the reporter,
like,
Jill, and the cab driver took off. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and they were trying to they were getting the people to run away and shit. But going back to what Radar was saying, which I agree with, is it's like, basically, you call Resident Evil a completely different movie, a completely different title. This is such a better movie. You know what I mean? Because as bad as it looks, as bad as the acting is, as bad as the connection and the way the story is, I'm saying some crazy shit. It's not a terrible movie. You take the Resident Evil title off of it, you call it something else. I don't know what, but let's just say you call it Evil for now. I don't know what the fuck you call it. What's this one? Apocalypse. So this one is Evil Apocalypse. The first one was Evil. This one is Evil Apocalypse. Maybe you just call it that. I don't fucking know. But
they did add a part, I believe, is from the game. It's to save the daughter. Because I think the second movie you have to go around the city looking for her, and you gotta find like
second
clues.
Game. I couldn't tell you.
And what was it called? The fucking big dude with the Gatling.
The Nemesis?
Nemesis. So that part was part of the game, but I believe I remember fighting that fucking thing.
Yeah, I believe. Let me double check that. Because again, I didn't start playing Resident Evil.
He used to fuck me up in that game. That Gatling gun's no joke.
Oh fuck no.
But the game was called Nemesis, I thought, the second one, right? So I don't understand why they called this Apocalypse. I believe the game was called Nemesis. That's the Nemesis project.
Nemesis first appears in the 1999 Resident Evil game. Resident Evil 3 and Nemesis. So in the third one's where you.
Oh, it's the third game. Oh shit.
Yeah. Because this one
came. They took the second and the third game they're mixing.
Yeah, Radar did say that this one came out in the after the or before the fourth game, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, okay.
What's good, Mick? How's it going? Listen, people, show some birthday love to our homie, our brother.
Happy birthday again,
Mick. Happy birthday. I hope you're having a great day. So everybody show some birthday love to the scene snobs over there, Mick Manhattan.
You should do a smash cake, Mick. Go back in time like you're a baby and you smash your hands and your face into your cake and just make.
You know what, Mick? You should do that. I will. Matter of fact, if you want me to, Mick, I will send you $25 tomorrow to get yourself a cake to go live and smash your face in a cake tomorrow for us.
That's hilarious.
At 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'll host it with you. I would love to see that. But everybody wish him a happy birthday and go follow the scene Psalms because he's an amazing, amazing person. Great content creator. Great husband, great father, great friend, just great person all around. And his favorite food is a Jersey salad.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Big shout out and happy birthday to Mick. We love you, bro. We do.
Jersey salad. What else goes on this movie?
Oh yeah.
So I had the liquors. They had 3 in the church. That's the only time you've seen them. So I guess there was only 3 in the whole city.
Yeah, which I love. You listen, in the they're not. I wish they were appeared more in the movie, and I wish they were more vicious in the movie, more deadly, tougher. Because I'm gonna tell you what, in the game, I started from part 5, so I played them with part 5 in the game. They're a pain in the fucking ass.
They are. They're hard to kill in the fucking regular game.
They are a pain in the fucking ass. You have to have a good ass fucking gun or a lot of fucking ammo.
Yeah, if you have a handgun,
if you have a grenade launcher or whatever, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Handgun, you're screwed.
But those things are a pain. and she fucked them up. Like, it was cool. Like, I think my favorite one may have been when she shot the cross off the wall and then fell on it.
Oh, yeah, crushed it. Then she did the motorcycle thing where she shot the motorcycle, turned it into a bomb.
That was cool too. That was cool too, actually. Shit. Which one was better? Which one was better?
You know, I was gonna ask you that too. That was one of my questions I was gonna come in here and ask you.
Well, let's talk about that shit right now. Which one was, because both are cool as hell.
True.
I mean, because you have to have I mean, because let's talk about the motorcycle, because you brought it up. She drives a motorcycle in there, times it perfect, which it's
She does
always
a
one of those.
backflip off it while holding a
Yes.
gun.
Yeah, of course, man, of course.
And perfect aim.
But the cool thing about it is it's like the cool thing about it is, of course, the timing, the explosion, and all that shit. But it's like movies always do this shit. You know what I mean?
Where they say a
To
bullet
where-
will blow up a gas tank. I watched Mythbusters. They shot up a fucking tank in a car and everything, and it did not explode.
Let's say it's a more higher impact of thing though. Let's just say it's a more higher impact, and the thing is full of gas. And give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't care about that.
No,
part.
that's just Hollywood though. Like the same thing when a car goes off the fucking cliff and it hits and automatically turns into a bomb.
I mean, a car can fucking hit a fucking pebble and it blows up in fucking in the 80s.
Not blows up like that.
You know what I mean? But listen, in the 80s, they made explosions at anything. You could bust a nut, and that was a damn explosion. You could
I
bust
know,
a nut.
that's what I'm saying. That was Hollywood. Real cars didn't do
You
that.
would come out of rock back in the 80s, and that shit'll just explode everywhere.
I understand
fire
it's
nut
just to make
juice all
the
over
scene
the
more
goddamn
entertaining.
place.
Like you're like, oh no, you gotta crushed
But-
it. You can't survive. The car blows up. All the bad
But
guys.
no,
shoot
what I
Bond
was
too.
gonna say though is I was gonna say more so of the explosion is the timing. You know how like in not every movie, but movies where that scene happens to where it's like you just saved the day, or where she just saved the day there. So it's like that scene. It's always like the exact perfect time where like there's nothing else, there's no one to save us, and all of a sudden some random motherfucker comes in that you don't know.
Crashes through a window in a motorcycle.
we know him as
and the scene slows down.
we know
a
him
little
as
bit.
audience.
They slow the scene down a little bit too.
But she crashes through the church window, which is just fucking crazy in itself. And listen, churches, I just want to say this. Those pews, they got to get more comfortable. They got to get softer. We can't be sitting on them hard ass things. I just got to say that.
I thought you said pew. I thought you said
no,
pews.
pew. Not pews. I'm not talking about the Catholic Church. Just joking. But no, what I was getting at though was like that timing thing. It's so like you're so used to it to where it's like, do I have to take points away from that explosion of taking out that liquor and kind of adding a point to the cross falling on it with her shooting it?
I see.
Or do I just kind of stick with, because both were cool. Both were really cool. Both were really freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed both of those. So what I'll say,
the cross has a more impact. It's like they're like a demon, and they just got killed by the cross. Like it was like an evil.
You know what?
Like,
I'm gonna stick with the cross. I'm gonna stick with the cross. I've seen better explosions. I've seen better explosions with, like, taking something out, like a being out or a monster out or whatever. So
they did. This movie does a lot of foreshadowing for kills.
Yeah.
My wife was sitting there, like the cross. They showed the cross really quick when the thing was sitting there and she's shooting. And you're like, oh, I was like, that cross is gonna fall. It's gonna crush him. I don't know if it's gonna kill him. It's gonna land on him because these things are strong. I don't know if it's gonna kill him. But then another one on top of my head. There was more. I forgot. I think I had like 5. But another one was towards the end with the pipe, where she was fighting Nemesis.
Yeah.
They zoomed up on that pipe. I was like, my wife even said it. She's like, oh, so they're gonna get impaled in that.
You knew it was gonna be Nemesis. I mean, because she's in every single movie. Because not even from watching the movies, but I seen her on every single movie cover.
Well, technically,
hey.
There's a no, she's in every movie, but technically there's a theory. I don't know if they fully say it, but is it a major part of the story that will ruin it for you? I don't think so. So you know how she's getting more powers and shit? They're saying that the one who, you know how she was dead,
Yeah.
and they're like, grab the body. She's really dead. They made clones.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
So there's a theory of
Okay.
that. Then later on in higher up movies, you'll figure why. You were like, maybe it is.
Which, again, next month is animated. If we can get these, I think we should do
You don't think it's overkill, the
not
Resident
at
Evil?
all. No. Because it's one of
Because there is some out there. There are some out there. Netflix
I
has
think there's
one
like
that
I
just
think there's like
came
3 or
out.
4 out there, and the reason why I'm saying it too is because it's like I want to watch it, you want to watch it. Why not fucking watch it and talk about it?
Listen, I never knew there was a animated category
Mhm.
for horror. I never thought of it.
Yeah.
Then I was like I don't know, 5 years ago or something. I was like, wait a minute.
I mean, but
This
you
is a
you have to
horror
think of
movie.
movies like don't even think of just like graphic horror movies like, you know, crazy, gory or whatever, or super scary. You can also think of
Yeah.
stuff like Frankenweenie, which is a fun family horror movie, or Monster House. No, I'm being dead serious though, like Monster House.
Monster House I've seen. I don't know. I don't think I've seen
And
Frankenweenie.
then Monster House, which I really, really enjoyed. And just so you guys know, my shorts, they'll be back. I'm gonna come back with the animated month. So once we start the animated, I'll be back. And that'll be across the board. You know, YouTube, short, TikTok, and all that good shit. But I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so animated. There's a lot of animated horror out there though, which we're gonna
Yeah.
dip our toe into it, and like once we're done with
Check it
this,
out. Yeah.
and then we'll dive into it again. If not later on this year, if we have time, then definitely next year. We'll dive into some more, not Resident Evil, but some other ones.
What about if it comes out like the DC universe? Like the animated's better than the fucking
If
live
it's
action.
horror,
What yeah, what about that? Would that ruin like horror movies for you? You're like, fuck,
oh fuck
animated
no,
ones are
no,
better.
because it's one of those ones where you can with animated, you can go in so many different directions. You know what I mean? So it's like if you want to make it like a paranormal, you can make it super crazy, super wild. If you want to make it slasher, you can make it like super violent, super crazy, and do like a bunch of
What's up,
different
Grandizer?
shit. What's good, Grandizer? I don't remember if there's a big kid named Chowder in there. I only seen it one time, but I'll probably watch it again.
Yeah, I only seen
I'll
it
probably
once
watch
or
it.
two.
I'll
I
definitely
forgot.
watch it again. It's a good horror movie.
I know what the movie's about. Like I remember pictures in my head. I just don't remember names of the characters.
Yeah, but Resident Evil, James, is this is definitely, I can tell you right now, with both of these franchises, this will probably be my last time watching both of them for the most part.
Oh,
Unless
yeah, me too. I already seen Underworld once. I seen all not all the Resident Evils, I'm sorry. I seen 1, 2. I'll find out if I seen next
okay.
week's. I know I stopped at a certain point because I was like, "Oh, these are getting fucking ridiculous now."
Extra, I have, you know what's funny is I have, shout out to Eric Bendel. He made me he made me a I bought it off of him like the thingy for it. I'll have to show it off one of these days. I know I put it on my page on Facebook, my horror surf study page. But I'll have to find it and show you guys on the live one of these days. But he made like the extra, like one was in red and I forgot what the other color was, but it was so cool. I didn't watch the movie yet though, but I need to. So thank you for reminding me about that, Grandizer. But no, what I was gonna say is like, yeah, with both these franchises, they'll probably both be retired unless my wife wants to watch Underworld again, and she wants to watch it with me. Other than that, I don't see myself going back to these two. The CGI got better for Resident Evil. The CGI got better, not a lot, not
Yeah,
much.
but it's still not great. It's
No,
not a
not
lot,
much.
but
And I'm not even.
they actually chopped heads off and you've seen blood, so that's a good start.
Yeah, and I'm not going by today's standards. I can't do that because that's not fair. That's not fair.
No. You go by that year. You go by the technology it
Yeah,
was in. You're like, you notice it
I think it
gets
was like
better.
'04. It was either '04 or '06. I think it was '04.
I
'06?
'06. No, wait, yeah, '06 because the next one's like 2010,
Okay,
I think.
okay, okay.
So they have big gaps
Yeah,
between them. It's not like, and you'll think that long of making another one, it'll be awesome. Wrong.
but again,
They could take fucking 10 years and they still can't come and make a
It
great
wasn't
one.
terrible, but again, it's not something that I'm just like, "Oh, fuck, I need to go, I need to go and watch this again. I need to go see this again because I don't. I don't.
I think someone needs to take this movie. I'll throw out a name, Mike Flanagan,
Ooh.
reamp it into an actual
I
horror
got
movie.
here's some I was thinking about this earlier, yo. I was really thinking about this earlier today. What is because let's say they did a series, right? Let's say they did a series of Resident Evil. Listen, hear me out, James. So right now there's 8 games out. So you do 8 seasons. Let's say 8 to 10 episodes, hour episode.
Or they're known for combining, like, at least 2 seasons together. Just because to make
Okay, so say 6, like 6 seasons.
the
Whatever the
story.
case may be, whatever, because I don't know the games as well as most people do that, like, have really played through it. So, like, whatever seasons can combine, like, really combine. Let's say you do maybe 10 episodes, hour episodes, and you're telling the story. If you could tell the story good enough in 5 hours for, like, the first movie and say the first game and second game. But either way, I'd say doing a series of the game. I think doing a series telling the story of the games would be better than doing a movie telling the story of the games.
And making sure that you don't put, like, from, the evil thing from part 5 into
Oh
part
no,
1. You should go in order where the things are
exactly.
evolving.
Or for however the stories are told, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Even if you just use the first movie, even if you just do the first movie, either,
Well, I think they had that in their mind when I think the Netflix one, they're hoping it jumped
mhm,
off. I only seen, like, 2 episodes, and I can't recall, like, if it's following the storyline of the game,
mhm,
because I don't know what part they're taking this from to make the animated,
mhm.
unless they just did a whole fucking just took the name and said, "Our version of Resident Evil" and the Umbrella Corp.
Trevor's birthday fundraiser. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Um.
So the little girl, the father makes a deal with them, "Save my daughter, I'll get you out of the city." He works for Umbrella. He's the one who created the T virus to heal his daughter because she couldn't walk and everything. So she was the first guinea pig.
Yeah.
That's wild doing that to your own kid. Even for you think it's a righteous reason to help them so to have a normal life. That's not a normal life. You made her a lab rat.
You did. I mean, I get it from a parent's perspective as far as like I'll do anything for my kids to make their lives easier, better, this, that, and the third. But it's
Also
also like
destroy the fucking
it's
world.
also like at the same time where you're coming from, and I agree with this as well, is it's like I wouldn't want my child to be the guinea pig. I don't want my child to be so I would want to use this on my child when I
Yeah.
know for a fact that this works.
And that's when Umbrella Corp found out. So it went to the father and says, "We're taking this and you're coming to work
Yep.
for us." Um, fuck, it's like crazy what a parent will do. Knowing that you do this and if it works and you're basically healing like people to get them up from walking out of a wheelchair or sicknesses and everything, make it super soldiers basically. You know the government automatically is going to come and
Oh yeah.
claim it. You just made a new weapon.
I wouldn't necessarily,
I wanna have an army full of super soldiers. That's what the Nemesis project was about. They're trying
that's
to
true.
Umbrella
True.
Corp is trying to make super
That's true.
soldiers. Um, that's why he had them battle. He was like, "You 2 fight. I wanna see what version's the better." Of course, she's the better one. They didn't have to fight. She don't mutate. She's got the agility, strength, everything. She's like the number one thing. The other one mutated into this big monster
The
looking thing
Nemesis.
carrying a Gatling gun.
Yeah, the Nemesis.
So you know what version's better.
And then you had her because
And it's a disadvantage too because she knows who it is, that creature. It's, from the first
the
one.
dude from the first one because it didn't
Alec? I forgot his name.
I don't remember his name, but didn't the guy
Um,
call him like siblings? Did he say they were siblings? He was called well more so because of the scientific shit that went on, not because of
yeah, but no, they're
yeah
not
yeah yeah.
related. But they're the 2 who survived at the end of the first movie. Jesus.
Halloween horror,
Hey,
Embrace
sounds cool.
Inferno, screaming anguish and wails of the tortured demon. Before you see you guys go live, you saved me. I really appreciate you popping in here, Granddad. I really do. And I appreciate everyone else that's
Yeah.
in here as well. And don't be shy to, say what's up to us. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We're friendly, I think.
But also towards the end, what happens? It's like kinda like Bond. Like, you know how there's a silly statement in it all in every movie. She gets knocked
Exactly.
out and they capture her again.
Kind of like Bond. Yeah. Yeah.
No, because Bond gets every movie, Bond gets knocked out at least
He
once.
does. He does.
So at the end of these movies, I understand you need to continue it on, and the game says she mutates, she gets stronger and everything in each game. Um, but it's like, oh, she thought she was free. They did it, and they get knocked out, and guess what? You're in a lab again, waking up in a fucking a cylinder of water with wires hooked to you.
It
Crazy.
is.
Well, she basically died with the helicopter crash. She got fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Somehow,
So they just grabbed the body because the other people left her because she was dead. So that's the theory starts coming in. Like, was she really dead, or they healed her? She was alive because she
But
can
you gotta
heal.
remember, she has that
Or
whatever that shit is that the Nemesis had. She has that same shit in her.
yeah,
So
exactly. It's a Nemesis project. It's like the enhanced, more better version of the regular T virus.
pretty much.
So I don't know. We'll find out because I didn't watch them all. Like I said, after a certain point, I think it was number 5, Aftermath, when her psychic
That's
powers.
when you.
I
That's
was
when
like,
you were just
whoa,
like, you know
what's
what?
going on with this
I'm
shit?
done.
That's
I'm
when I was
over it.
done. I didn't watch anything after that. You know, I'm like,
And
yeah,
see
fuck
that,
this shit.
and again, that is another good thing about having the shows that we have with, me having this and then us having a popcorn and pints is it's like there's certain movies to where it's like with these for this is a perfect example with Resident Evil. It's something that I wanted to watch. It's like I wanted to watch it slash didn't want to watch it, but now that I'm here, I'm like, I mean, I'm only on part 2, fuck it. But now that I'm here, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I want to go through this journey. I want to continue this journey. I want to finish this journey, which I'm also a completionist when it comes to horror films. And they have franchises. If I watch the first one, I feel I have to watch the rest of them.
Mhm. Yeah, it does get repetitive in a
Does it?
way. Yeah, I agree.
Like
Yeah,
later in the
it's basically the same. It's the same setup. She escapes from the lab, fucks up Umbrella Corp because she was out for like 3
okay.
months, and some
Right,
new
yeah.
shit what goes down. And she has to save the day to get knocked out again and puts back in the lab. You know, it's gonna keep
Okay. I see
repeating.
what you're saying with that. I see what you're saying with that.
Yeah, but like it's not
No,
horrible.
I mean, like it's one of those things where I would say if you would definitely if you didn't know the games at all, if you've never seen the game, and by that I mean even if you've never played the games, but if you've never watched the games being played at all, never did any research on the games or anything, you don't know anything about the games, I think you'd enjoy these movies a hell of a lot more than if you've watched or if you've played or watched someone playing the games.
Yeah, I always say to people, gotta take that shit. Stop taking it seriously. I understand you're a gamer. You love the storyline. You want a movie of everything
But
from
that's
that.
but
But don't that's your opinion. Don't super hate on it and try to tell everybody else it's
it's
trash.
tough. It's
Because some people never play the game. They don't even know what the
okay.
fuck you're
So
talking about.
I'll put it to you like this. I'll use myself as an example. It was more so for me. It was like okay, so like I told you guys before, I started from part 5. I played 5, 6, and 7 all the way through. I played some of 8. Eventually, gonna go through 8. I'm eventually going to part 7 again. I'm actually working on part 7 again. But besides the point, Phasmophobia is what I've been playing lately. Phasmophobia is what I've been playing lately. But besides that, besides the point of that, with these, it's like if you go in 100% blind, not knowing the games, I think you'll enjoy the movies more. If you go into it as like a fan of the films, I'll say, I mean, sorry, a fan of the games, you're gonna have a lot to say about it.
Well, yeah, they all do. I'm just saying, but don't take it too seriously.
It's tough
Like
though because like say if
it's
it's
a,
your what if it's your favorite game?
okay. I'll go by. most popular that I know that I liked was Mortal Kombat. So when I seen the first one, of course I was way younger. I thought it was cool. I was like, "Oh
But
shit,"
but what do you think about it
fucking people with powers.
nowadays?
So I haven't seen it for a while, but I think I just go back when I was younger and I still can watch it. I don't like love it, enjoy it or something, but I can watch it and go,
This because the
I used to watch
nostalgia.
this shit.
I
Cool.
get
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, it's a
I get the
nostalgia. Yeah.
nostalgia factor of it, but it's like for me nowadays, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, I want like a tournament style. I want it to be following the games in the sense of
Yeah, that's what part 2 is supposed to be. They're supposed to start adding the tournament in. Because the new reboot, like the newer ones, I thought so here's my thing. I have a so the Scorpion story in the beginning was the best part through the whole movie. You seen the regular the new Mortal Kombat, didn't you? Yeah, the Scorpion part where the backstory of how he became Scorpion and shit, where they went and murdered his family and he's fighting the other ninjas and shit. I thought that was fucking I was like, nice, but then it went to the normal shit. And they introduced a fucking I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I don't remember this character. Why isn't Johnny Cage the main character? Or make it as Scorpion, get revenge or something,
Speaking of
like,
which,
or the tournament. It's like Scorpion entered the tournament to fuck up the people.
I just want to say this. Scorpion's Revenge, if you've not seen that.
Oh, I seen that.
Animated.
That was good. Animated?
Oh, yeah. It's phenomenal. And Grandizer, James.
The series, the Sub-Zero one.
James or
they put them together. Like
Grandizer. I think what James means more so is like kind of turn your brain off from the game. Like I do get what you're saying because it's like because I'm on that same side of like if you're such a deep fan of the game and they make films about it, you're like, holy shit, they made films about this game or movies about this game, and then you go to watch it and just like, what the fuck?
And it's not. I don't hate their opinion. I hate when people because they don't like something, they tell everybody else not to like it.
Fair.
Like they swarm the internet. Don't watch this. This is trash.
I mean, but people have their opinion. People do have their opinions when it comes to that. Like I don't mind
but sometimes negative shit like that, you're going in not liking it right from the start. Because you don't know if they tell you like certain parts, you're like, it's this part's corny, then you're like, okay, oh, fuck.
I do agree with you there to an extent. Because you can go to the opposite end to where it's like, yo, this movie was awesome. Yo, you guys need to check this out. Da, 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 da. And you go in there with those expectations, and you're just like, all right, this wasn't that great. Or this movie fucking sucked. You know what I mean? So it's with both. You really just have to go into it with zero expectations, but
I never listened to the critics because there's movies 100% that I thought were awesome and they all gave low scores. Of course,
that's always gonna happen. That's always gonna happen.
I'm like, what the hell are you watching?
That's always gonna happen.
So,
but
I'm really picky. I'm really picky with my ratings. So I'm like really strict. I don't like pinpoint like I don't break it down 100% like Trevor and Mick. But I know what I like, and I know where the stuff in the movies that could be better. That's my nickname.
Oh yeah.
So then I go, was it good? Did I enjoy it? Then that's why I rate. That's why a lot of my scores, if you notice, for horror movies, is like a 6 and a 7. It's rare. The only 10 I ever gave was the first Conjuring movie.
I think you gave more 10s than that, James. But it's most of them were. I'll say most of them were paranormal.
It might have been. I think it might have been Conjuring 1 and 2.
Most of them were. I'll say most of the films that you gave to a 10 were like paranormal films, I believe.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But 100%. Grandizer, I would say if you've never seen, have you seen the films or no? If you've never played the games, I'd say definitely check out the films and let us know what you feel about them. And if you've seen the films, let us know.
See, Grandizer, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. People say don't watch it, Aaron, because that's what happened to you. Someone said, "Yo, nothing like the game. These games suck." And you're like, "I'm not watching it then." Yeah, the movies. Yeah. So it does happen. That's where I was getting at. That's my point.
And I'm at the point now to where like even if it's a movie I hate, I won't recommend it. I'll tell you watch it at your own risk, but I'll never tell you not to watch a movie just because it's one of those things. It's a form of art to where it's like, listen, if I went through it, I want you to go through it, good or bad.
Like once again, perfect example. I hate worst movie, all genres. Blood Lake. I never once said, "Don't watch that." I go, "You need to watch it just to be on my side how bad it is." Or
Wing
if you like
Commander.
it, I wanna know how and
Yeah.
why. Tell me the parts that you like. I will never tell someone like, "Yo, this is horrible. Don't watch this shit, man."
Nah, you can't because it's one of those things where it's like, eh, someone might like it, and then it brings conversation. It brings a fun conversation, well, even if it's a fun debate or whatever.
I don't think I seen Wing
Me
Commander.
neither.
Was that with Jake Gyllenhaal? Or am I completely wrong?
Nah, I've never seen that
I
either.
don't know.
You ready to jump on the
Might not even be it might be an older
jump
movie.
on to
I'm thinking like a newer, like 2010 shit.
Underworld Evolution?
The
Wing Commander.
Wing Commander. Who was the who was the main guy in Wing Commander? Because that title sounds so familiar, like it came out like a few years ago or something. And like the lead got a pilot or something. It's like Gyllenhaal or something. I don't know. I could be thinking a whole different movie. I don't fucking know. Don't mind me. Like I said, I can't remember characters and shit.
Underworld though, James. Evolution.
Underworld. So we're on to Underworld. Once again, a little bit
Well,
better.
really quick though, did you have anything else to say about Resident Evil, or did you have your
No,
ratings?
no, because we already talked. Oh, the only part at the end. So when she gets free and fucks everybody up and walks her way out, and they got all guns, guns to her
Mhm.
and everything, and the guy gets on the walkie. You were thinking he's gonna go, don't kill her, capture her, or
Yeah.
something. But he goes, let her go. They let her go because she's programmed. He activated the code.
Yeah. Yep. Because you realize it when she
He
gets on
said,
the thing and you see, like,
you see in her eyes like a
yes.
computer. Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Oh, it's supposed to have all the cool young actors. Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I definitely never
I
seen
remember
that
the
then.
days.
No.
Yeah. I remember that. Okay, I remember that. Because I was like,
But yeah, that's the only other part I had, my final thing about that, just to remember so people know what's going in for the
mhm.
next one. Like, this is how it ended. That's all I had to say for that one.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah, it's the same shit.
So let's hop on to Underworld. What's the second Underworld film? But Evolution. I gave this one a 6.
Evolution.
What'd you
With
give
you.
this one?
6.
6? 5.5 or 6?
6.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, these are going up like they don't I mean, I love vampire versus werewolf
Mhm.
movies. Not love like these movies are great. Here's a you gotta watch this one is a box office or anything. I just enjoy them because it's like two cryptids fighting each other.
It's a cool.
It's kind of like if it's like Dracula versus Frankenstein
I
or
get what you
something,
mean.
you
I get what
know?
you mean.
And I like how they made it where the vampires was a superior race and the werewolves were slaves for the vampire to protect them during
Mhm.
the day because werewolves can go out in the sun while they
Which was
sleep.
cool.
So so they made that where there's a backstory, like that you see a flashback back in the medieval times and shit when they're the two clans, and you know what's going on with the elders like Victor and Marcus
Mhm.
and shit. So that's what they did with this one. So the main storyline here is Marcus is awakened because you've seen it at the end of the first
What
one, all the
I was
blood's
gonna say,
draining
which
into his
what
cabinet.
was cool about with Underworld 1 at the end of that is when, because they have that battle in the room or whatever, and there's the werewolves and the vampires. So all that blood
Yep.
that's dripping down that wakes Marcus up, that's dripping out is a mixture of
Yeah. But
both.
yeah, you're right. It's a mixture.
Damn. Wing Commander, budget of
Okay.
25 to 27 million, box office 11.6 million.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Oof.
Took a hit on that one. Um, so the storyline is it
Mhm.
continues. Marcus is awake. He drinks the blood of what's it Slade? Gray?
Um,
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Whatever. The bad guy in the first one. He finds out because they if you suck the blood, you get their memories and shit.
Yeah,
So
which was
so
I really did like that.
he knows that everything's going down with Celine that killed Victor, that his own people are betraying each other, And so he's pissed off. So he wipes out his own fucking covenant thing, whatever the fuck. I don't know what you call it for vampires.
That the vampire you're talking about was Craven, by the way,
Craven. There you go. I knew
from
it
the
had like even.
first one.
So Craven, so he kills Craven. He knows everything now. So
Mhm.
Marcus is out. So he knows that the vampires are turning on each other and they had battle with the werewolves again. He wants his brother free. So there's a key. So Lucius from the first one had it. It must have been passed down.
Lucian, yeah.
Lucian. And so when he died, now Michael and Celine have it. Then you find out that Victor had the other part of the key embedded in his chest. And that the father knew, the military guy didn't even know that was their father until towards the end.
Mhm.
He cut over Victor, took that other part of the key. The thing is, if he never did that, Marcus would have never found the other part of the key because he did not know. Oh, wait a minute. No, he sucked the blood from that one guy and they told him, I think. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. So he goes, where's the key? The father. He kills his own father. In a way, the father could have survived, but he don't want to. He wants this shit to end. He goes,
Mhm.
I got to get out of here. It's my time. I've been here forever. But this one, yeah, to wake up his twin brother. So the original, I think they call him the first vampire, the father,
Yeah.
had got a woman pregnant with some type of gene or something, and he had twins. One was vampire,
What was
one was
werewolf?
werewolf. Marcus and William. Marcus the vampire, William's the werewolf. And back in the that's another part I like the storyline of this. I liked how they said the original werewolves, they're so raging that once they get to werewolf form, you can't go back human. You're just on a rampage as a werewolf forever.
Which
But
I would
that's cool
love,
because then
you know,
it tells it
like
shows that it's evolved.
yeah. No, I like that. I would love to see a movie like that though, to where like it's just a werewolf turns into a werewolf and then that's it.
That's
There's
it.
no
They don't turn back to the human
I
and
would
walk
love
over.
to see a
Yeah, no.
werewolf movie like that.
Yeah. There might be one out there. I'm not 100% sure.
Which, by the way, James, I may have to go back and watch Exist again, just because we mentioned werewolves real quick.
Exist was Bigfoot.
Oh shit, you're right. Never mind.
That
Never
was a good
mind.
movie though.
You know what it is though, is because I seen it on my playlist the other day.
Yeah. No, Exist is that
Oh wow, you're right.
it was oh my god, why am I blanking what they're called? Oh,
Bigfoot movie,
the footage movies.
found footage Bigfoot.
Yep.
But you know what I'm thinking of is the Canadian ones we watched. The Canadian one
Oh,
we watched.
um
Werewolf Cop, not yeah, that was fun and funny,
Werewolf
but
Cop was that was like a version of Michael J. Fox.
no, what was the other? What was the good werewolf film? Never mind that. Never mind.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't. Yeah,
continue.
yeah,
Let's
whatever.
continue.
But
Underworld.
Underworld, yeah. So I like the backstory in this. It's a cool story. It's like a cool folklore story to me, if you like folklore type
Yeah,
storylines. Um,
the vampires and Vikings
but
battle.
Celine knows the place is corrupted. She's killing her own kind, even though she got on someone's ass for killing her own kind. I'm like, bitch, you're doing it now. Can't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, but you have to see how they turned and changed, like turned on each other, and everybody was fighting within each other, and fucking Dick Nuts had already turned on the vampires earlier anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's crazy, but the whole point of this now they have to stop fucking Marcus for freeing the brother because if they get free, they're gonna make a new race.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make that because they got that gene. They're the ones that you can mix.
Yep.
So they'll be both biting the same person, turn them into a super soldier,
Which
like a
is
super
just
breed, like Michael.
yeah,
Thing is,
which the
they made
vampire, the
Michael.
hybrid.
I like how also real quick with Michael because he's a hybrid. You're like he can just wreck through all these people,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's like the strongest now. I liked how they added in where Celine said, if you don't drink blood, you're going to get weaker and weaker. So he wasn't like super strong until the end. He was getting his
Yeah,
ass kicked in this fucking movie.
I like that too. I like the aspect of it too because it's like if you have all the strength and none of the weaknesses, it's like it's a little too. You got to have something. At least you have to drink blood or something. But no, I do like the hybrid aspect of it. I think that's kind of. I think that's really cool, actually. Like the hybrid aspect of a vampire werewolf mix. And I feel like what would be cool if I mean I don't remember how the series went, but I'm just saying just in general, like if another film did it, like a hybrid werewolf vampire mix, if there was like different variations of it. You know what I mean?
They did with Van
Like,
Helsing. I believe Van Helsing becomes hybrid because he's a werewolf,
okay,
and I think Dracula bit him.
okay.
I think he becomes a hybrid. If I could recall, I'm not 100%.
Either way, I would still like to see a like a movie or even like a two movies. Like it doesn't have to, or a trilogy max where it's like but
Yeah,
whatever the
where they
case may
got
be.
the both mixture. Yeah,
Yeah, kind of like the opposite ends of it.
yeah.
Maybe a vampire biting a werewolf versus a werewolf biting a vampire, and then both kind of
Yeah,
transforming. But maybe the one that gets bit has, I don't fucking know, the
yeah.
stronger gene of the one that bit it.
Yeah, it has to be because that's what it is. It's a mixture. You're becoming like a powerful hybrid.
Yeah, or something.
You got
Even if
the
it looks like
strength.
a
You got the strength and powers of both.
yeah.
So
Either way,
even though there's not that much difference in the shit. They're
werewolves can
vampires are fast too. Like if you watch other
werewolves
movies
can.
where they can warp right next to you,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Werewolves can go around during the day though. That's huge.
that's the only advantage. Because other than that, strength, werewolves are bigger, but vampires have strength too. Depends on your bloodline. Like Victor, he was
Yeah,
strong as hell. He was fucking werewolves up left and right in the first one.
true, true. He was also an
Um,
elder though. But yeah,
yeah, but yeah, I got a question though.
I'm listening.
I was thinking this, and I mentioned I said it out loud. My wife heard me. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to ask Aaron about
Oh.
which one." So the final boss kills.
Mhm.
Which one was better? Was it Michael ripping the werewolf's head in half, like from the jaw, or was it
Ooh.
Victor going into the helicopter?
Oh, shit. Both were fun. I'll say helicopter.
They're both fun. The helicopter, I for some reason that was cool, but I'm a sucker for because their
Head rip.
jaws are supposed to be so strong. I love a kill where you grab even the humans, like say like Chainsaw Massacre or something, where they just grab you by the fucking jaw and they just go raw and they just rip your fucking head in half.
That is a good one though. That
So
that is a good one.
I'm leaning towards that one just because I'm a sucker for them. I love it.
I love though. You know what I'll say? If it was practical, hands down. Of course, practical
Yeah.
beats everything.
Yeah,
But
but this is CGI, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah.
But both were some fun
Yeah, they
fucking
were fun.
fun.
It was like finish them. They both ended up killing their main person they're battling. It's their own
Some fun
kind
ones.
in a way. Because Michael, I
Yeah.
think, is mainly werewolf. So it's those fighting your boss, and then Celine's the vampire fighting her boss.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do though, right? You gotta do
So
what you
no,
listen,
it's
you gotta
pretty
do what you
cool.
gotta do.
Even though I thought they were gonna switch it up. I thought in a way, I was like, that'd be cool if Michael's versus Victor to prove that he's a stronger than a vampire, and Celine against the werewolf, like just she's strong enough to kill the main fucking werewolf.
I see
So,
what yeah. Yeah.
but no, these are not horrible. Like I said, I like the storyline. Could it be better? Yes, but I do like how they flash back into the older. And there's going to be
Mhm.
a movie coming out. What we're going to watch, one of these is based in that time.
Wait, what do you mean? Based on
I
what
think
time?
back when they have flashbacks in the medieval times.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
So
okay,
I
okay.
think one movie is about
Like later,
them in
okay,
that time.
like a prequel type?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not
No,
mad at
I'm
that.
not mad at either, but I believe so.
I
I think it's
remember.
Rise of the Lycans. I
That was
think
this
that's
one, wasn't it? No,
no.
this was Evolution. Rise of
Yeah.
Lycans. I think that's next one then. Rise of Lycans is the next one.
So I think it's that
3,
one. So
I
yeah, you'll
think.
see it. Yep.
But
But so far, I'm still Underworld fan.
oh, same,
It's
same.
better than Resident Evil as of right now, and I'm sure it's never gonna change, but
Yeah, yeah, same, same. I mean, Resident Evil though, I have to say this. I have to say this. 1, I don't
it's
hate
not
it.
as bad as you thought.
2, it's not as bad as I thought. 3, I think I'm not gonna say I like it a hell of a lot more because it's still not like it's a really good movie. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not. I'll probably like it a little bit more if I've never played the games and didn't know anything about the games. But I will say it's not a bad watch. It's definitely worth the watch, and Underworld is definitely worth the watch. Ignore the CGI of both of them.
Well,
And
it's a time
if you're
frame.
under what 30 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, I don't even know. If you're under 30 years old, listen, if you're not used to movies that came out in the 2000s, give it a chance. You know what I mean? Give it a chance. For those of you who've seen movies from the 2000s and back, you already know. You already know.
Yeah,
As
you
far as the
already know.
visuals and stuff, because
Yeah.
that can really take you away. I'm not gonna lie, especially if you're used to movies. You know what I mean? Say if you're born in the later
Yeah.
2000s, I don't know what, and you're watching from 2010 and on or whatever, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Practical effects are definitely better because
By
to me
far,
they're more fun.
they're more fun. They look more
They're more
realistic. They look
creative.
better. They're more creative. All that. They just look better. They look better.
Yeah.
They're more realistic. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I will say this. Check out Resident Evil, the franchise. Check out Underworld, the franchise. We're only in the first 2 films, but I'm just saying check out the
Yeah.
franchise because we're doing it. You guys should just do it with us.
All
So
along.
next week,
Yep.
we're doing part 3 of both of those, which I will actually, you know what? I will show you guys which ones we are actually doing next week. So we
So
just did these 2 right here.
yep.
Resident Evil Apocalypse and Underworld Revolution. We're hopping on next to Revolution,
Extinction and Rise of the
Extinction,
Lycans. Yep.
and Underworld Rise of the Lycans, which is gonna be a good time. Gonna be a really, really, really good time. You guys will be able to watch us review those 2 films next Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on Horror with Sir Sturdy. I hope to see you all here. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, and send it to people that you know that love horror. Friends, family, coworkers, enemies, all that, whoever you want to send it to. Make sure they love horror and make sure they are subscribed to Horror with Sir Sturdy everywhere. Appreciate you guys all tuning in.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Have a great, 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 great freaking night. And this Saturday, over on Popcorn and Pints, we'll be reviewing some more Bond films, 2 more Bond films to be exact. And let me get that for you right now. Where are we at?
Octopussy and
Boom. Octopussy and A View
View
to
to Kill.
Kill. This Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, over on Popcorn and Pints on our YouTube channel. So make sure you please hop on over there.
That's funny. That's a good one, Grandizer. That's
Thank you. Like
no
and subscribe.
liking. Yeah, that's pretty
Like and subscribe.
that's pretty
That
witty. He just came out of there out of nowhere.
what do werewolves say? Search 30, what do werewolves say to the end of their videos? Like and subscribe. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace. Grandizer, I greatly appreciate you, my friend.
Peace.
Have a great one.